It's Week 14 of the National Football League, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Falcons and the Commanders, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
It's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital, but luckily for us, we have our heaters cranked all the way up here in the booth at Commanders Field. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today.
They've been flawless these last couple months, winners of 9 in a row.
And that's the kind of streak you don't see too often in today's NFL since there's so much parity. So the way they've played has been truly remarkable.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, their long winning streak finally came to an end last week. A disappointing game for them, but still a heck of a run.
Indeed it was. What a great job by them putting together a streak. Now let's see how they rebound after a defeat.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they'll be led out by their left-handed quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson.
Escapes the defender, and he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And looking to throw, Penix.
Pass incomplete.
You talk about this Washington defense.
They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
To the air, Penix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 41-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Penix.
Being chased out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
They'll go play action here with Penix.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game.
And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
To the air goes Daniels.
He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Flush to his right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Robinson up the middle.
Stays on his feet.
To the 36-yard line. Stop there. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. They go play action. Daniels.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. And that's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. In motion, the tight end.
And looking to throw, Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons first down as he's up to the 40-yard line. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix.
Oh, he stays up. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he's going to be brought down on what'll be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Now Penix. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Dorrance Armstrong able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point of the season. Throwing now is Daniels. They'll get this out to Kamara.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
Slings this deep for McLaurin. That's caught at the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A huge play there for Washington. 58 yards.
Off the play fake, Daniels
steps away. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Robinson on a give right side.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone
because
down. Things are a little bit more condensed. They've got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Here's Daniels.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Robinson.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Holding offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Still second down.
Oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
To throw is Daniels.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
Flushed out right. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Daniels going to throw for it.
They'll roll him out right.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Alvin Kamara.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Well, the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And his throw here's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Penix. That pass complete to Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Now 2nd and 3. They'll try to throw again. Here's Penix. And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Penix working out of the gun here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. A play fake. Now Penix. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll throw with Penix. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. Now it's the backup Cousins. And his first throw here is incomplete. So a couple of 1st downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Following the interception, Cousins. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Operating from the gun, Penix. Wide open receiver complete. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts
as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
To throw again is Penix.
And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Colts who have the lead in the second quarter. Alec Pierce, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Patrick Mahomes killing it. 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And that one all even as they play the visiting Bucs. The Commanders got a strong first half out of their quarterback, Jaden Daniels. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. Both teams finishing up their final adjustments. We're ready for the second half as we get back up to D.C. and give it back to Brandon Godden.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Commanders' offense and Terry McLaurin headed back onto the field. And he's right up there amongst the league's best when it comes to racking up receiving yards this season. Currently ranked in the top 5 as things stand here.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Robinson with another carry.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now Daniels. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Daniels looking to throw.
And this is incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Kamara up the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
So a player shaken up. We'll get a stoppage here. And that's Alvin Kamara, the one who's going to receive some attention. Hopefully he's okay. They'll run with Robinson.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal.
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal.
From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
They'll go play action here with Penix.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. And looking to throw, Penix.
That is incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30. And looking to throw, Penix.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Back to the ground with Robinson. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
Holding offense.
So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
To the air, Penix. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now Penix. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Throwing again, Penix.
And his throw is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. Here's a screen for Robinson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within one score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Back now at Commanders Field. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Garoppolo.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Over the middle to Beckham. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
In motion goes Patrick.
On 3rd down, Hawkins. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
That is caught down inside the 10.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin.
And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
49 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the give, here's Robinson.
A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, it would likely put an end to this thing. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo, eluding the pressure right, and a dump off here to Robinson. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run for it with Robinson. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain.
This is 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. And Washington now going to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
They'll throw with Penix. That's caught by Pitts.
Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
London hauls this one in.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts.
And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Penix working out of the gun here. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, It may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot.
And this is going to be covered up by the Commanders, and they are going to win this football game.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day. Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Commanders,
the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it's going to all but eliminate